Hello there, Aries. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com. And I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. And I've been doing readings for 27 years now. And what I've done for you, this is for all Aries for the month of August. I forgot what month I'm in. The month of August 2016. And I've picked 4 cards for you for the month, and I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for an overall view of the month. I don't believe these cards are going to go week by week. They could for some of us, obviously, because that's a general reading, but I really think they're going to blend in and out, and these will be situations that we're dealing with throughout the entire month. We'll pick an angel card at the end of the reading to kind of pull things together. And I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for you. And it's basically going to be in your 5th house for the month. And that would be your creative talents and like loved ones and children and entertainment, romance, and like freedom and pleasure, vacations, things like that, that come around with it. I got what I wanted to tell you right before I start, like a quick announcement. I got about 10 of you guys have written me telling me that you could not hear the readings from last month, and I had been gifted this wonderful little microphone from another YouTube person out there. She's just wonderful and helped me out with this, and I had sat it in front of me, in front of the computer, thinking, and tested it, and it sounded loud enough, so I thought everything was going to be okay, but it wasn't for some of you. So I'm attached to it this time, and we'll all hope that I can keep my shirt on, because it keeps on falling down. I couldn't get it attached to the shirt I was wearing, and I thought the sound quality was okay, and obviously it wasn't for a few of you. And I really want to thank everybody that contacted me and the ones that told me, or tried to help me and tell me what to do, like to get a microphone and stuff. But I was using it, I just didn't have it close enough to my mouth, which obviously didn't work. So apologies to all of you that couldn't hear it, because the way I work, and I'm an empath, I cannot like repeat the messages to you over again in the same manner, because sometimes they come out, there'll be certain tones in my voice or something that's said in a particular way that isn't repeatable for me. So, but thanks for all of you who did write me and tell me what was going on, and a special thanks for all of you that helped me out with it. And we'll hope this month this microphone works, because it's closer to my mouth. But before I started this reading and I started looking at things, I had a couple words for you that I keep hearing over and over, and it's faith, understanding, and responsibility. I don't know what they mean yet, but it kind of made sense in the gist of whatever is going on. And because I am an empath, when I say I during this reading, we are all Aries that are watching this. But if I were you, I would watch my moon and my rising sign also, just to get a better overall view, and in case this doesn't resonate with you, this reading. But the first card that I pulled for this month is the Hermit card. And the Hermit card, to me, this is the overall view. And the Hermit card is about going within to get the answers that I need or desire for myself. It's not an external card, it's an internal card. But in this case, the Hermit is in reverse. So what that means is I am delaying going inside to get my answer. What I see when I'm looking at this card, it's just like, the Hermit's knocking on the door inside of here and saying, hey, come on now, let's open up that door and step through here, because I have some insight to give you. And obviously you are not taking the time or paying enough attention to me while I'm knocking, trying to get out of here so that you can get the information that you need. So this means either I am not taking that time that I need to go internally, to sort out the situations that are around me, and it feels like I should be doing that. I need to sit down. I need to give myself the space. Maybe I'm just too busy right now, or there's so much of this going on here and so much of that going on there that I just don't feel like I have the time. And Spirit's saying, in order to be responsible to myself, right, those words, and get an understanding of what is going on for me right now, or what is happening to me right now, I have to go inside and sort out these situations and the feelings that are internal to help me make it forward. And this is an easy card to reverse, and you're probably saying, we're all saying, I don't have 5 minutes to sit down and think about this, Frankie, like, get over it, I'm really busy. But now is the time when I don't have 5 minutes to myself to say, this is the cutoff. I'm giving myself 5 minutes to myself to sit down and decide exactly where I need to go or what I need to do that is going to be beneficial to me. Maybe in the physical plane, we are all different people, we're all different Aries. Maybe it's physical plane, maybe it's spiritual plane, or maybe it's just something that I'm going through emotionally right now, that I need to put my finger on. And how am I supposed to get into harmony if I will not give myself that 5 minutes? So they're saying, we need to do that. And that's like being obedient to Spirit, to sit down and sort the situations. Because the next card that comes up out of our 4 cards is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, if it is a person, it will be male or female. This is a general reading, remember that. So gender doesn't really apply. The Queen of Swords is if it's a person in my life, and it would be an extremely strong-willed type of person. And when I see the Queen of Swords in the reading, it means that I'm having some kind of disruption, or I've suffered a loss. It could be maybe I'm going through a divorce, or maybe a friend of mine is having a terrible situation that they're having to sort, or I'm having to be supportive, of that friend, or whatever situation's going on. Perhaps it's me. Perhaps I've suffered some kind of loss or a separation or something that's happening within my world, which tells me even more, if I am, that we really need this Hermit card, and we need it right side up, because we've got to sort situations, for our own selves, to make us right and make us whole. Now, when the Queen of Swords shows up in a situation, it is a person that, if they are suffering some sort of loss, let's say, a divorce, or it can be a loss of anything. Maybe I had a big old fight with, the neighbor down the street or something. It shows that I am strong enough and capable enough to get over this in a heck of a hurry if I take the time with this Hermit card to go internally. And the reason I'm saying this right now is, I always think, well, that's an education process, isn't it? But the reason I'm saying this especially is because our next card is the Six of Cups. And that card is a card of the past. And normally they say it's a card of, happy memories and nostalgia, and I'm going, backwards in my past. And, a lot of us, though, we don't have a lot of happy memories. or these nostalgic feelings about, wouldn't I just love to go back into my past? Well, all of us have something somewhere. And if we're going back into our past, why don't we use this process as an education and find a couple really good things or memories to hold on to from our past that will be relevant and important to our future while we're going through this little sorting process here. I mean, we don't want to get involved in everybody else's troubles because we all have our own troubles. But if there's a thing we can do to serve or to help in some manner, or to help bring things back into harmony, what Spirit's saying is we can kind of use our past situations, right, to maybe serve someone in the now or down the road as these issues start coming up, if we'll take that 5 minutes and go inside. Because we have two other cards here that tell me about responsibility. So we must be going through, all of us, something that we are involved in or feel in some manner or way responsible for. Our next card here is the Eight of Swords. And when I look at that card, I believe this card's very similar to the Two of Swords in the manner of, in the Two of Swords, the one with a cross across the chest, it is someone has to make a choice, but they are in total denial of the circumstances that are going on around them. When we have the Eight of Swords, there is no denying it. We're very, very conscious of the decisions and choices we have to make or the things that we have to do. Now, another thing around this Eight of Swords, I don't think of it as a bad card because I always think of, look at that. The ties are very loose, right? She has blinders on, but if we use this Hermit card, she has blinders on. She's not outside, external, looking with her eyes. She might be closing her eyes to the situation, but if that Hermit's knocking on that little door in our head, this blindfold can drop, those ties can drop, they're very loose. And what they're saying with this nostalgia card, this Six of Cups, drop that. See, look at this, there's 5 swords on this side, and there's 3 on this side. All she has to do, right, is drop those ties, pull off that blindfold, and step backwards. She's out of those swords. Decisions and choices are made. And right now, how it feels is she's blindfolded, so she's being forced to look internally. So why not go inside to make the choices right there to begin with? Because the next card we have is the Empress, and I don't think we want to lose affections, because as Aries, we can be pretty fiery personalities, trust me. But I don't think we want to lose the affection or the attention of those that we love. But the truth is, this is a time when we need to speak our piece also. And that can be an educational process if we're not speaking our piece. The next card here, and our final card, is the Empress. And the Empress can be a card of birth. So, if you don't want to get pregnant, obviously take some precautions there or whatever. But this Empress upright shows me that I am in a position to nurture someone right now, or someone needs my nurturing, which makes it even stronger with this nostalgia card, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Maybe someone around me has suffered a loss. Maybe I'm just, the Empress upright shows that I'm perfectly capable at this time in my life of nurturing other people. So I must have the strength and the stamina and the ability to take on this responsibility right now. But if I am nurturing someone, or maybe it's just nurturing myself, for my own development, perhaps I need to listen to the knock on the door from the Hermit. You know, figure out if I am supposed to speak up for myself. Figure out what it is I want to say, because with this Queen of Swords energy, it can come off pretty rough. When I think of the King of Swords, you think of all mental energy. Well, if you thought of all mental energy, air energy, and I saw the Queen of Swords, it would be the emotional component that goes with that thought, you know? So if I'm evaluating by taking that few minutes, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm not going to get involved in somebody else's troubles without thinking, you know, ahead of time. Where do I stand? What is, you know, using those past memories that are good memories to make this present, and anything else that happens during this time sequence, make it better for all concerned, and especially myself. Because I always think, first and foremost, first comes God, Source, whatever you think it is, you say thanks. Whatever you think that energy is that flows through you. Then you take care of you first, top priority, or you're dead and there's no you to take care of anyone else. They're saying we are very strong this month. We have a lot of things that are going on, obviously, with these cards, but our strength and determination are going to see us through. And being responsible for ourselves and understanding ourselves at this time is really important. So if we're dealing with a spouse or a child, or, you know, a friend or relative that really needs something from us, we are actually capable this month of giving it, but we don't want to lose our own say so in the process, because first and foremost we protect ourselves, then we serve others even in an even better manner. So with this Queen of Swords here, I think I want to look around me to find where I need a greater sense of self or personal freedom, because that was part of it. Freedom and pleasure was in it. Maybe look backwards in my past for the happy memories, because somewhere, somehow, even if it's 5 seconds of our lives, we have one there. We'll find it, you know. I always think, well, good gravy, you know. Maybe there isn't one, but even I found one or two in there, you know, and I think this is going to serve us a lot. So, and because it feels so young in nature, if this has to do around your, you know, looking at this nostalgia card, if this has to do around your children, or, you know, maybe you want to make better relations with them. And what better way to do that than with this Hermit card, you know, turning it right side up? What better way to do it by going internally and seeking what is it that they might need, you know, or if it's a spouse, or what does my partner need from me, or if it's a separation or a divorce for this month. If it's even that, we have this card of the past. Maybe we can go back and find that 5 minutes where there were happy memories to help us cut that tie and move through this time in a way that it feels good to us with this Empress card here. And drop the blindfold. It's not worth it. It really isn't, especially when there's that big opening behind there to just step through and shake your head, dust yourself off, and keep moving on. Well, let's see here what the angels have to say. I keep hearing, have faith that I can bring this back into harmony. Have faith in myself that I can bring this back into harmony for me. Well, I like these angels here. Anyhow, what we have here is notice the signs. Now, how can we notice one sign unless we listen to that knock on our head here? It says, Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and you are never alone. Yeah, but if we don't go internally, how are we going to know if we're getting a sign? How are we going to know what that actually means? Let me look in the book here for you because it has alternative meanings. And the angels gave you this card to help you understand the signs you've been receiving lately. These signs may include feathers, coins, butterflies, birds, other repetitive visions that make you think of the angels who have deliberately sent you these signs to let you know that they are nearby, protecting you, loving you, and guiding you. You know, sometimes I think it doesn't quite feel like that to us as human beings, but they are always with us. And all we have to do is ask, and they show us. So we need to ask. We're responsible to ask. We're responsible to put out the question, like, help me, right? And it says the additional meanings are your departed loved ones in heaven are saying, hello, I love you. Notice and believe in the repetitive signs you receive as validation that you are on the right path. Have faith, and they did give you that word, faith. Follow the signs that are guiding you to your heart's desire. And even if we're going through a rough time, you know, maybe our child and us, we're in a big hassle and a big fight, take that 5 minutes. Even if I'm saying to myself, I just can't do it, take that 5 minutes. No one is so busy that they can't just say, I deserve this, and Aries, we deserve it. So we're going to take that 5 minutes, we're going to go inside, and if we have suffered a loss or a trauma, we're going to look for, okay, what was the one good thing that I can take into my future to benefit me in my future? I'm going to evaluate it, I'm going to look at it, I'm going to get over it, because that Queen of Swords is very capable of getting over something very rapidly. This isn't someone who sits there and wallows. They just move forward. Remember that. Well, Aries, I want to thank you for spending this time with me. And like I told you before, watch your moon sign and your rising sign if this doesn't resonate with you, because that'll give you a more bigger overview of what's happening for the month. And I want to tell everyone, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and everyone who's contacted me for readings. I have so much enjoyed meeting with all of you. It's really been fun. And hopefully I will be back here in September with your September reading, hopefully pretty soon too. And if you want to know more about me, you can go to the website. It's down below here. Or if you want to schedule a reading, everything's there on the website for you to give me a call and make an appointment. And I will see you guys next month. Bye-bye.